The attack was brutal, without provocation. Acknowledging the futility of their fight, the crew abandoned their ship to a thirsty blaze. The crew and 2 passengers. Strangers tossed by fate into the same small lifeboat, desperately rowing towards safety.
We're gonna make it.
And pursued by something out of a nightmare. A rocky shore near the village of Briala. Aaron Cordelane came here to fish many a balmy summer afternoon away. Here Aaron found the peace and quiet to dream of distant lands, mighty heroes, and exploits far more daring than those told over mugs of ale of the Spitting Lion. Yes.
Hey! What was that?
This very afternoon, the first great adventure of his life was leaping toward him. One man was sprawled motionless on the beach, while a young noble tried to fend off an enormous flying beast, the likes of which Aaron had never seen. Aaron could see that the man was losing. Drawing his scaling knife, Aaron charged forward. Aaron's yell and sudden appearance startled the beast, but its surprise was only momentary.
Get back! It'll kill you too!
Aaron ignored the warning. As he bent to support the wounded stranger, the beast swooped upon him. A swipe from its massive forelegs sent Aaron sailing across the sand. Dazed, Aaron looked for an escape from the beast's attack, but there was nowhere to run. Aaron turned away, shielding his head with his arms as terror overwhelmed him. Terror and something else.
Ah! What happened?
Nearby, the stranger knelt by his dying companion.
Don't talk. We'll get help.
But the prone man knew it was too late. With his last strength, he pressed a medallion into the noble's hand.
Consort.
Is this worth a man's life?
Pocketing the medallion, the young noble walked to where Aaron stood, still stunned, near a glassy trough in the sand.
That was some trick.
How? What did I do?
For one thing, you probably saved my life.
What was that thing?
I don't know, but it dropped some kind of firebomb on our ship. We had to take to the lifeboats. It seemed to take a particular interest in Gregor, and I had the bad luck to share a boat with him.
That was Gregor?
Yes, he gave me this before he died. Any idea what it is? If it's a thing of magic, I thought you might recognize it.
Me? I'm just a steward and stable hand at my father's inn.
Then how do you account for...
I don't know.
I've heard that the gift of magic can come on strong without warning.
Magic? Me?
What's your name?
I am Aaron Cordelane of Briala, my lord.
Well, Aaron, my name is William Escobar of Panizzo, and I am in your debt. I consider it my duty as the 4th son of the House of Escobar to help you with this latent talent of yours.
That's all right. I really should be getting back to the inn now.
Don't be silly. You can return with me to my father's house, and I'll introduce you to our mage. He will teach you to harness and control your magic before you hurt yourself.
As you wish, my lord. Though, if you please, I'd like to go home first to tell my parents.
Of course, but stop with this milord business, Aaron. I make it a policy to dispense with such formalities when someone has just saved my life. Panizzo it is, then. All set?
It's all so much, so fast. I think I should talk to my parents first.
I'm sorry, I should have thought. Of course. Let's go see them. I'd like to meet them.
Thanks. They're not going to believe this.
Welcome to Betrayal and Antara, released in 1997 by Sierra for PC. First thing that we're going to do is loot what's left on Gregor for the journey.
I don't know, William. I never thought I'd be stealing from a dead man. That's no better than what a common cutthroat would do.
We're just being practical, Aaron. Look at it this way. Nothing he's carrying can help him anymore, but it might be able to help us.
Okay, we will take his armor. Looks like we got some food rations. The coins that look like pancakes. We'll give the lockpicks to William. And for these potions, we'll give William 13. And the rest to Aaron. So let's start heading toward Briala to talk to Aaron's parents before we start heading to Panizzo. Our first fight should be right up here. Alright, so one thing I really like about this is how strategic you can be, and also the sounds that the mobs make when you hit them, as well as the sound you make when you get hit and you like stick your arms out and just go ah, and it's pretty sweet. So let's take this guy out real quick. Really good sound effects. Another thing to keep in mind with this game is you have 3 types of melee attacks that you can do. You have the attack that has the most accuracy but does the less damage, or less amount of damage rather. You have the medium, which has slightly less accuracy and slightly more damage, and then you have the one that has the highest damage and the least accuracy. I tend to stick right in the middle and have the best luck with that, but I've had various luck with all of them, so... And that is a really rough looking sprite. There's some pretty rough cutouts in this game. Look pretty gruesome for a 20, almost 30-year-old game, getting there anyway. So let's head into Briala probably as the sun sets. And the NPCs that we need to talk to are not out during the night, so we have to rest to bring the sun back out. And another thing to keep in mind is in the lower right you have these food rations. If you run out of your food, then your HP will actually begin to go down as you rest instead of go up like it's supposed to. And then it can go all the way down to you're basically down to 1 HP, and so any type of attack will one-shot you. So very important to keep your food rations intact. And it looks like the sun's rising here. And we will talk to her first before we talk to Aaron's dad to get it out of the way. I'm going to cut out big chunks of dialogue. If you wish to pause and read it, you're more than welcome. But just to save time, I'm going to cut out the
Hi, Laura. How are you?
Aaron, how nice to see you.
Laura, I won't be around here for a while.
Oh, really? Is your dad sending you to Amatsi for supplies? I wish we were married so I could go with you.
No, Laura. I'm not going to Imatsi.
I love Aaron's cutout for this game, too. It's very step up, mother...
Laura, I won't be around here for... No.
I don't know why that cracks me up so much.
This is going to be hard for you to understand, Laura. Cor, it's hard for me to understand.
Don't take Cor's name in vain, Aaron.
Sorry. Anyhow, Laura, it looks like that I have this gift. I think I can do magic.
Whatever are you talking about, Aaron Coeur d'Alene?
I think I have magical abilities.
But what am I supposed to do if you leave?
I don't know.
When am I going to see you again?
I don't know. Soon.
Come home soon, Aaron. I'll be waiting for you.
Your girlfriend's kind of a bitch. I don't think he's missing a whole lot by leaving her behind. Let's talk to Aaron's dad real quick.
Aaron, you're back early. No bites, eh, lad?
I wouldn't exactly say that, Dad. Dad, this is William, youngest son of the House Escobar.
Well. This is an honor, Squire. We don't get high-born folk round here often.
A pleasure to meet you, Master Coeur d'Alene.
You'll never believe what just happened, Dad. I was fishing on the rocks, same spot as always, and I heard a terrible noise coming from the beach. I ran down and saw a giant flying thing attacking two men.
A tracas attacked them?
No, not a tracas, a monster. I thought it was going to kill me for sure. I covered my face and braced for the attack, but it didn't hit me. All of a sudden, I felt kind of tingly and warm. I heard the thing shrieking. That made me look up. Dad, I killed it, destroyed it, but I don't know how. William says I blasted it with magic.
That's not bad, son.
I'm not making it up. It really happened.
Master Coeur d'Alene, every word Aaron has said is true.
Well, I'll be a garnish swineherd. Once word of this gets around, folks will be pecked in the lion like fieldworms in a thunderstorm.
The thing of it is, Dad, if I really can do magic, William thinks I should come with him, back to Panizzo.
Panizzo? That's halfway across the world, lad.
Master Coeur d'Alene, if Aaron doesn't learn to use his magic properly, he could well be a danger to himself and everyone around him.
But your mother and Laura Miller.
Dad, this is my chance.
You always were a dreamer, boy.
I'll recommend him to my father. Aaron will study with the best mage and tutor in Panizzo.
At least wait until your mother gets back from the marketplace.
Can't, Dad. The governor is expecting William home.
Don't worry about Aaron, Master Coeur d'Alene.
Can't say as I hold with this gallivanting off when there's work to be done at home.
I will, Dad. Say goodbye to Mama for me. Tell her I love her, and I'll write when I get to Panizzo.
All right, and then you can stock up on food rations now. I'll probably do that, and I'll get this armor on him real quick. Other than that, I highly recommend just getting gear that drops from the enemies as well as the items that drop off of them instead of wasting your money. And another really important thing is to get every last bit of items that drop from the mobs to sell, because when you get into each town, the mobs around you are going to get stronger. So if you already have the money to buy the new gear in the towns, it makes the fights a whole lot easier, especially when you get to Panizzo and have to fight off the guards. It's really, really difficult, even on easy setting, to beat the guards without the new armor and weapons, so very important to do it early on so it's not such a headache later. Alright, let's get some, we'll do some rations. That's enough for now. Also, Aaron will learn new spells as he goes along, and when you're resting after battle, also he has a chance of learning new spells. So he gets his first shock spell, I believe, after the first couple fights that you do in the first couple days, which is actually really overpowered. Your normal swings do like 20 here and there, and they have like a 60 to 70% chance of hitting, whereas Aaron's shock attack, you have to be right next to him, but when you do it, it always hits them, and it does like 30 to 50 damage depending how strong you are. I think right in the beginning it only does 30, but it's still really nifty to have early on. So we're going to exit Briala, and we'll actually kind of look at our map here to see what kind of journey we're in store for. And even though Aaron's dad said Panizzo's like halfway across the world, it's really just like 3 towns over. Really fast to get to. The last comrade that we're going to get has to go to Balmestri, which is south of where I'm at, to drop off some animal skins. So when we're heading there anyway, we'll swing by there and get that finished to get rid of that out of our inventory. So we just have these 3 towns, and then we'll automatically be in Panizzo. But as I said, you want to get as much gold as you can as you're heading there to make getting the armor much easier. And once you get the first fight in the new area and you battle the guards, they're wearing that new armor anyway. So if you just gear up one person, you can hold off and just kind of do the bare minimum. You can gear up the rest of the people for free. But anyway, we'll start heading out of Briala towards Balmestry, get our third companion, and then I think that we'll just kind of end it there. But I just kind of wanted to give a intro to Betrayal and Antara. It's a really, really good game if you like old school RPGs. A little text heavy, but still a great game at that. So we got our last fight up here to get our third companion, and then we'll go from there.
Keep your hands off of me!
Just what are you going to do about it?
Hear that? Someone's in trouble.
It came from over there.
Yeah, they weren't being very subtle about it.
Don't you just hate it when a friendly little picnic in the woods turns ugly? What happened? Did she put too much mayonnaise in the chicken salad again?
Why don't you mind your own business? Don't interfere and maybe we'll give you a turn when we're done.
William, we've got to do something.
You know what? I was just thinking the same thing.
Another thing to keep in mind when you're fighting enemies, if you get them pretty low in HP and they think they're going to lose, they'll start running away. And if they get off the screen, obviously you can't get the items that they drop. So I'm going to try my best to take out all three of these guys. Not guaranteed, but I'm certainly going to give it a good shot. So here we go. Damn, kind of getting my ass kicked early on here. And there goes that guy trying to get away, so we're going to try to get him down real quick. Sweet. Keeping an eye on my HP, those little blue potions will restore some of your HP back. You have to drink a whole lot of them. Damn, and they are connecting a lot more than normal. Let's see what I get here. Sweet. So Aaron's next turn. Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna need some potions. Damn, they both do. So let's do. We'll actually do 8. We have to do quite a few. A swing here. It's kind of nice that you don't lose your turn when you take some of these potions. He's going to basically have to take 10 of them. And you can buy more, and they're really cheap. There we go. That should be enough to hold him for the rest of this fight. May have to actually have Aaron run away. get him out of the way. Yeah, we'll send him over here. He might chase after me, though. Yep. Sweet. Took down all 3 of them, which is exactly what I needed.
Are you all right? They didn't hurt you, did they?
I'm fine, thanks.
Think nothing of it. What's a pretty young woman like you doing traveling off the roads by herself?
I don't see how that's any of your business, you...
William Escobar of House Escobar, at your service. And this is my friend, Aaron Coeur d'Alene.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. Now, if you'll just stand aside, I'll be on my way. I've got to get to Balmestry with these animal skins.
I could tell those bandits were interested in skin, all right, and I know whose.
I had the situation under control.
You know, that was my first thought when I saw one lone woman fending off an entire band of armed men.
I could have taught those cretins quite a lesson without any help from you two.
Just what do you mean by we?
I am a woman of honor. I prefer to repay my debts promptly. I'll not have you showing up and...
We wouldn't.
I'm coming with you.
But...
A pleasure to have you along, Miss...
Kaylin Usher. Now let's get going.
It's kind of fucked up if you think about it, that I just saved her from being raped by these guys, and for doing that, not only was she like basically not thank me, now she's like, nah, I'm coming with you whether you like it or not. So okay then. But anyway, Kaylin's actually really strong. She has her sword, which does about as much damage as William's does. So she has pretty high strength, as well as being able to attack ranged wise with bow and arrow. So you can kind of stick her in the back and have her just kind of hang away from the mobs and not have to worry about getting hit by them, and have William kind of, for the lack of better words, tank up front, even though this game doesn't really have a tank class. But having that ability for her really makes a huge difference and keeps the other guys kind of supported while not getting too deep in there and getting killed. So let's take the coins off all three of the guys. One guy had like only 3 coins on him. Take the food. We'll go ahead and give William the lockpick since he has some anyway. And like I said, you don't even need these, but it's best to just take them and sell them. So I'm going to give all of these to these people. Just kind of spread them out a bit. And the last thing I'm also going to do is rest, because Aaron's hurting pretty good. And the more hurt you are, the more you have to rest. So, and you'll see on the bottom right, these food rations go down as I rest. And you can't rest completely to full like Kaylin's is right now unless you sleep in an inn. And since she just joined, she didn't lose any health since she was in the fight. But Aaron and William, you can only get to about 80%. So let's see if Aaron learned anything in that rest. Probably not, but let's see. Can't remember how to view all of his abilities. I know there's a way though. Let's see. But anyway, that sound when he was resting, that oh sound, is normally the sound of him learning his first spell, which is great. So I'm just going to kind of end it here. We are out of Briala, and we're going to start heading to Balmestry and get the animal skins turned in and start the journey to Panizzo to get Aaron's magic under control. So off to a good start. As for now, I'm going to end the video here, and until then, so long.